Good morning, Las Vegas, and everyone else. Sick and tired here. Today, we're going back to Twitter because it's Monday. We are back on our regularly scheduled program here. So let's hope it lasts for a while. We are only in the second week of July. Remember, I told you guys July is an insane month for me. I'm going to try to do my best to upload at least 6 days a week. That's my goal. That's been my goal. So I've got nothing else for you guys. We're ready to jump into these crazy tweets. And let me just tell you, they're crazy today. And they're a little bit divisive. We got a little bit of political ones in here today. So a lot of you guys might run screaming from my channel. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Don't take it too seriously. I never take it too seriously. Anyway, onward. If I had to pick one celebrity to be front runner for Antichrist, it would be Mr. Beast. Just look at his business model and his chosen name. Maybe the Mr. Beast is the Antichrist. Conspiracy theories will be vindicated yet. These people have lost their minds. Mr. Beast, they think he's the Antichrist. I don't know. Would the Antichrist cure blindness and give people homes? You guys tell me. I really have no idea. Maybe he does. I don't know. This is how an ex-wife comes to pick up her kids from the father's house. Jeez, what the hell? Why is she kicking the door?
What is all this? What is all this?
That's wicked. That's mean.
You're a bitch!
What a piece of trash. That sucks. Those poor kids. Do married people watch Gen Z dating and feel like they caught the last chopper out of Nam? Yes. I hate to say it. In a way, I kind of feel like, yeah, this holds a little bit of weight to it. I feel really bad for, people that are in the dating world right now that are younger. And when you're young and dating, you're trying to feel your way around in the dark already, right? You don't really know what you want when you first start dating. It's something that you kind of learn as you get older and more experienced. And they have all of this social media basically telling them what they should expect. Their feelings are wrong. This is how you should do it. No, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. And really, you're not going to know how it's supposed to be for you until you actually start dating. I just feel like social media is influencing what they should and shouldn't like. And that is something that you're going to figure out. And it seems like another thing with social media is that it's just write off somebody if they do one thing wrong and they don't, just completely get rid of them. You need to have these expectations, blah, blah, blah. You are going to learn as you start dating. So don't listen to what anybody says. Just get out there and start experiencing it for yourself. And don't forget also, just because somebody might do something wrong, and I'm not talking about like really serious things, don't just write them off immediately for doing one little thing wrong. People grow and they change, and if you find somebody that is really good to you and you guys have a really good time together and you can see a future together, don't write them off. Try to really make it work.
Get off my soapbox.
How generational trauma works. I see. Okay. I see. That's actually pretty cool. That's really, really cool. And that definitely speaks to me in my whole childhood trauma type things. Yeah, I'm sure my mother has a lot of trauma from her mom. And then my mom passed it to me. And now I'm trying to break the cycle with my daughter. Shold here, who has an amazing thumbnail, says, it's up to you. It's up to you to break generational trauma. You are stupid. You are not good enough. I love you. Certainly far from a perfect parent, but I am desperately trying to encourage my daughter to follow her dreams, just all the things that I was told that I was never going to be good enough for. I'm trying to break those cycles. A mother says she doesn't realize she could love a person this much about her newborn daughter, and her fiance is jealous of a baby. Ooh, this is only going to get worse, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. I haven't read this one. Am I the asshole for saying I didn't realize I could love a person this much in front of my fiance after having our baby? Certainly don't tell Hunter and Maya this. They're going to get very upset.
I don't have kids yet, but I will 100% love my wife more than I love them.
I gave birth a few weeks ago to our daughter. As I held her for the first time and looked into her eyes, I said I didn't realize I could love a person this much and cried. She is perfect and beautiful. My mom looked at me and said that feeling never goes away, which made us both ugly cry. It was a really special moment. My fiance was quiet but smiled, but later privately said he was hurt. He said he loved us both the same, and me saying that made it seem like I loved our daughter more than him. I just gave him a "are you fucking serious" look, and he dropped it, but yesterday he brought it up again. I told him that honestly, yes, I love and cherish our daughter and have never experienced this kind of love from another human being. He said most normal people would agree with him that it's a hurtful comment and would take offense to it due to the implication. Am I the asshole? The only people that would agree with him in saying that's a normal comment are people that don't have children. You will not love your children the same way that you love your spouse. You just won't. It is what it is. You just have to learn to deal with that. If that makes you feel insecure that your significant other loves your children more than they love you, I think that's a serious red flag. That's a big problem. If my husband walked up to me and said, I love you more than our daughter, I would immediately kick him out, because there is nothing scarier to me than hearing that the one person, us together as a unit, that are supposed to protect and love our child more than anybody in the world is telling me, well, she doesn't quite make the cut compared to you. Me and my husband are stronger in our marriage, in our relationship, and on our love for each other, knowing that both of us would die in love harder than anything when it comes to our daughter. This was never an issue for me and my husband. Right away, my husband was like, you love her more than me. And I was like, yes. And he doesn't feel threatened by it because it's his baby girl. People cheering on a no-fault divorce ban are failing to consider that such a ban would make it nearly impossible for a man to leave his wife if she ages or gains weight. Yeah. And think of the poor men whose wives are like turning 50 and the men are turning 52, but still that doesn't count. Just think of them. Think of them for a moment. Just really try to connect that. It's so sad. Thoughts about men doing things like this. I don't like it. I wouldn't want my husband tugging on my clothes with the insinuation that it's because I'm overexposed. If I walked out with a big slit in my dress and my boobs pushed up underneath my chin, I'd want him to be like, yeah, baby, not, oh, you need to cover up. That's not sexy. If we put it on the shoe on the other foot, if my husband came out in like this super tight shirt that his nipples were all hard, I would be like, yeah, baby, I'm not, what? Other girls might be looking at him. I don't care. He's with me. Top tier hottie had this to say: it's all about control. Men love getting with women like that and expect them to change who they are when they're together because men are so comfortable with pretending who they are, so they think that's normal. Carmen comes back and says exactly what I thought of, because they could definitely date Pearl or a woman like Pearl. They don't want to, though. There isn't anything to overpower. Now, the reason why I saved this, it's just funny to me that Pearl gets brought up. But at the same time, I feel like, yeah, she's right. A lot of the men, and not my men viewers, you guys are perfect, but a lot of the men online and on Twitter are always saying how, like, you know, oh, they want a virgin. Oh, they don't want her to wear makeup. They want her wearing dresses. They want her, you know, very natural and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if they know this, but Pearl is all of those things. And she's still single. I don't like that. I've never been one of those people, man or woman, no matter who you're dating, you shouldn't have to change for anybody. I'm talking to all of you. And I always say that in like a general term. When it comes to things like addiction or issues like that, then yes, you guys should try to change that and fix that as a couple. But if we're talking about like material things, right? Like your hair, your makeup, your clothes, your music that you listen to, all that stuff, don't change for anybody. Be you. Somebody out there is going to love you for who you are.
Gonna take 40% of my paycheck in taxes? Most definitely. And then after you tax my check, you gonna tax me on anything I spend with the money left from my check. that you already taxed. Oh, you getting it now? You this close. You this close to getting ready to chase the American dream. So let me get this shit straight. Bitch, you gonna tax my whole check. Give me what's left. Then I'm gonna spend that on something. And you're gonna tax me again for spending money that was already taxed. And after I buy something, I have to pay taxes on that. Or else you're gonna take it from me because I didn't pay taxes. Yes, and if you do that real hard and just pull up on your bootstraps with all your might, you'll make it in this country. Bro, that sounds like some fucking bullshit. If I gotta pay taxes on anything that exists forever, anytime, always, every day, or else I fucking get my shit took or go to prison, do I own anything? No, y'all don't own shit. It's just a big lending system. We own everything and we just sell you the illusion that you got something. You don't have shit.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up perfectly right there. President Biden told Democratic governors that he plans to stop scheduling events after 8 p.m. so he can get more sleep, sources say. Makes sense, right? He's a much older person. Argavon says, I'm 44 years old and I rarely schedule events after 8 p.m. Come here, lean in. Come on, get close. I am turning 40 and fabulous this September. And if you ever hear these words come out of my mouth that I'm not scheduling anything after 8 p.m., go ahead and just put me out to pasture because it's over. I know there's probably some of you though that are like, yeah, I'm not going out past 8. My mom's like that. My mom will be like, what time did you schedule dinner? Oh, it's at, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock! Ichigo says she would have gotten a swift fuck you, girl. Yeah, for sure. Fuck off. And then just keep walking. It's main character syndrome, right? That's the thing. Men come in 60 seconds and say they want to make a sex tape. You mean a TikTok, bro? Okay, that's cute. That's cute. It happens. It happens. It happens. What are you gonna do? Birth control should be for men. It should have always been for men. I can't agree with this one. Now, there is birth control for men in ways such as condoms. I mean, if you're a guy, yeah, you should probably carry condoms, I'd say. But for a woman, you are the one that gets pregnant. So to me, birth control for the most part falls on the woman. I do, however, believe that birth control should be free. We should not have to pay for it. But then again, there's a lot of crap for everybody that should be free. So, that's never going to happen. Oh, wow. So that guy ran that girl over. What are you supposed to do when people protesting are banging on your vehicle? I don't know how they got into this situation, but I do know there has been a lot of stuff going around of people that are just trying to get to every day, going to work, going to the hospital, just going to places. And these protesters are just standing out there blocking their path. These people don't have anything to do with what you're protesting. Take your stuff to PETA or to the government. It's these are just regular people trying to get by. And if I'm in a vehicle and these people are pounding on it and I feel threatened and my daughter is in the backseat, you're damn right I'm going to be running these people over. I'm sorry. You kind of forego your own safety when you're in the middle of the road banging on cars. What do you think is going to happen? Dear Americans, my European mind has started to comprehend AC is amazing. I never want to live without it ever again. And you shouldn't have to. Give them air conditioning.
Give this people air.
Okay, so remember when I said that this video is going to get a little bit political? Well, we're finally to it.
Can you pick me up? I'm scared.
When I had first started this channel, I had a video talking about how I had left the Republican Party and now I am an independent. And people were not happy. And when I say people, I mean 6 people that saw my video. I had brought up a point in my video that Republicans want to take away a woman's right to vote. And that was just a generalization. That wasn't me saying that that's on the ballot or anything. I just meant as a general thing. Do I think that they're going to take away a woman's right to vote? No, of course not. Of course, I absolutely don't think so. But people were calling me a liar and saying that I was making things up and that that's not true. Let's read. Everything bad in society is caused by women. It's tough for people to admit that not allowing women to vote anymore would solve all of our problems quickly. All of our problems. Every single one of them. If a woman can't vote, every problem would go away. We'd have world peace. Women shouldn't be able to vote. Repeal the 19th. Repealing the 19th has become a popular talking point. Why, Dylan, it sure has, hasn't it? So yes, I was not making that up. It is something that they want because you're not voting the right way. Alpha Fox says, is this justified? Woman sentenced to 15 years in prison after running over the man that killed her dog. Justified? Joan Wick. I'm okay with it. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you next time. And until then, I hope that your symptoms are low. I hope that your magic is strong. Bye.